Welcome. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that affects every single one of us: how society tries to define who we are. Have you ever felt the pressure to live up to expectations that just don't feel right for you? Or maybe you've been told what success, beauty, or happiness should look like. Well, we're going to talk about why you are the only one who gets to define your life and how freeing it is to step away from the limitations society places on us. Let's take this journey together, because once you realize that society doesn't define you, the world opens up in a way you've never imagined. Imagine living in a world where every decision you make is shaped by what others think of you. Sounds exhausting, right? Yet, that's the reality most of us face daily. It's like we're placed inside a box, with the rules already decided for us, before we even get a say. But here's the truth. Society doesn't define you. You define you. The moment you realize that, everything changes. You start to see the world differently. It's like breaking free from invisible chains. Maybe you've heard people tell you what you should be doing with your life, or what success looks like, or even what happiness should feel like. But who gave them that power? Who decided they get to write your story? Now, let's talk about the labels society loves to slap on people. You're too loud. You're too quiet. You're too big. You're too small. It's as if there's this invisible checklist of how to be perfect. But here's the kicker. There's no such thing as perfect. Perfect is a myth. And chasing after society's version of perfection is a never-ending race. You'll never get there because the finish line keeps moving. Today, they want you to be one thing. Tomorrow, it's something else. How exhausting is that? Think back to a time when you felt the pressure of fitting in, of being someone you're not, just to meet others' expectations. That pressure? It's not yours to carry. It's the weight of a world that doesn't know your worth, that doesn't understand your unique journey. And the sooner you let go of that weight, the sooner you can start living for you. You see, the world is full of voices trying to tell you who you are. But the loudest voice should be your own. When you let others define you, you lose your power. But when you decide to step into your own truth, everything begins to align. That's when real growth happens, real change. When you stop worrying about what others think and start focusing on what you think. But let's be real for a second. It's not easy to tune out the noise. Everywhere you look, there's something telling you how to live your life. Social media, movies, TV shows, even family and friends. It's like a constant buzz in the background, reminding you that you're not enough, or that you're doing something wrong. And sometimes, it's so loud, it feels impossible to escape. Here's the thing, you don't have to escape it. You just have to rise above it. You have to remember that society's standards aren't your standards unless you let them be. Society might tell you that success looks like a fancy job title, or a big house, or a certain amount of followers on Instagram. But success, real success, is living life on your terms. It's about finding happiness in who you are, not in who others expect you to be. And it's not just about success, either. Society tells us what beauty looks like, what love looks like, even what intelligence looks like. But why should anyone else's definition of beauty matter more than your own? Why should love only look one way? Why should intelligence be measured by grades or degrees? The truth is, society's definitions are limited. They put us in boxes, but life is too big, too vast, to fit into a box. Take a moment to think about all the things you've ever been told you should be. All the shoulds and should nots. Now, ask yourself, how many of those things really matter to you? How many of them align with what you truly want, deep down? Chances are not many. That's because those ideas weren't yours to begin with. They were handed to you by society, by other people, by a world that doesn't know your heart, your dreams, your potential. And you know what's even more powerful? The realization that you can let those shoulds go. You can decide right now that they don't serve you anymore. You can step out of that box society has tried to keep you in and start living a life that feels authentic to who you are. No one else can do that for you. Only you can. It takes courage to step away from society's expectations. It takes strength to say, I define myself. I choose my path. But that courage, that strength, it's already within you. You don't need permission to be yourself. You don't need approval to live your life the way you want to. You are enough just as you are. And the moment you stop seeking validation from the world around you is the moment you set yourself free. You might be wondering, how do you get there? How do you break free from the pressure to fit in? Start by listening to yourself. Start by paying attention to the things that make you feel alive, the things that excite you, the things that feel true to you. When you do that, when you connect with who you are at your core, society's expectations start to fade into the background. They lose their power. Next, surround yourself with people who see you for who you are, not for who they want you to be. The right people won't try to change you. They won't put you in a box. Instead, they'll encourage you to grow, to evolve, to become the best version of yourself on your terms. And when you have those people in your corner, the noise of society becomes just that, noise. Remember, life is too short to live it for anyone else. You don't owe anyone an explanation for who you are or the choices you make. This is your journey. You get to decide what success means to you, what happiness looks like, and what kind of life you want to create. No one else gets to define that for you. So the next time someone tries to tell you who you should be, just smile and remind yourself, they don't define me. I define me. Because at the end of the day, the only opinion that truly matters is your own. You have the power to break free from society's limitations. You have the power to create a life that's authentic, meaningful, and fulfilling. And when you do, you'll realize that living for yourself isn't just liberating, it's the greatest gift you can give yourself. As we wrap up, I want you to remember one powerful truth. You define who you are, not society, not other people, not anyone but you. Do subscribe, share, and like this video because it gives me hope and motivation. And if there is anything you want help with, do leave a comment. We'll help you out.